Welcome, listeners, to a podcast, a D&D podcast, in fact. I suppose you like Dungeons & Dragons podcasts, do you? Well, allow me then to tell you of another. The Legend of Renab is a weekly comedy D&D podcast with an epic story, a love of laughter and goofs, a fantastical journey, and a cast of lifelong friends. Join Murdar, a fighter of tyrants, Benson Muffins, a magical grad student, Plick Pluck, a former pickpocketer and sorcerer, and Cramwell, a regular cleric, as they explore the continent of Renab. Join the Legion of Renab, where you usually download podcasts, or at legionofrenab.com. And now, onto the episode.
Hi, everybody. Hi, it's me, Kat, your DM, your friend, and here to make an official declaration here against Caitlin.
Oh, uh-oh.
Caitlin?
Oh, God, I know what's coming.
I am swearing on this podcast,
I know my crimes.
this public forum, I am swearing an oath of vengeance upon you. It is sworn. I have sworn it. Caitlin,
I plead guilty.
while I was away for a week on vacation, I asked you to stop into my house and add water to my hydroponic garden.
Skip the trial, please. I'll just go to jail.
And Caitlin did not do that. And I came back, and all of my plants were dead. My sage bush, which was healthy and vibrant, dead.
Please.
My carefully tended rosemary bush, which took literally months to get to the point where I could harvest any of it.
I'll go to jail.
Gone. The cilantro plant, new and just coming into fullness, dead.
Kat, I don't have the money to pay bail. Please just put me into the locker.
The baby thyme plant, the tiny baby thyme plant that was barely starting to live. Do you know what it is now, Caitlin? It's dead.
I know. Hey, I did take good care of your kitty.
You did take care of my cat because she was living at your house.
Yes, which is coincidentally also why I forgot to go feed your plants.
And also,
Oh, fuck.
my green onion, which had been alive for almost a year. Dead.
One onion?
Well, it's a green onion. It just sort of constantly regenerates itself.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, you can just stick a green onion in a thing of water and it'll just constantly regenerate.
Well, not if you don't ever water them or feed them.
So, Caitlin, here on this public forum, the intro to this episode of our podcast, I swear an oath of vengeance upon you.
I know. Yeah.
And just keep your head on fucking swivel.
I've brought a knife into my place of work just in case, because Kat and I do share a very large office.
And it is, Caitlin doesn't notice me until I announce my presence to her.
I hyper-focus on my work, and so every time Kat comes by, she's just, sneaks up, and then I get excited, but now I'll be excited to be killed.
Just be ready. I am your DM.
Oh. I know. I'm very scared. Corbin's gonna die in this episode, you guys.
It was really nice getting to know you, Caitlin.
Thank you.
Let's play D&D. Hi, I'm Kat. I'm your DM and your slow coming vengeance.
She's making direct eye contact.
Hi, I'm Noelle, and I'm so glad not to be involved in that situation. And I play Fran, who's a Genasi wizard, and she's at level 7.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, soon to be dead, and I play Corbin for now.
God. I'm Hannah, and I play Slake, a level 7 half-orc fighter, and I'm just preemptively mourning the loss of Caitlin.
So, your first day in court went as so. You met with the queen very briefly. She thanked you for your service. You were presented to court. You fucked that up. You went to a...
I didn't do anything.
Okay. You went to a picnic lunch with Princess Renetta and her entourage, and that happened. Let's see. Then you all went off and did sort of your own thing. Slake, you went to a concert with Mary, and you met Coquin of the Bronze Order, the dragonborn priestess. Corbin, you went to stealthily ransack Lord Andolin's rooms.
Oh, yeah.
And that didn't... I mean, you ransacked it, but there was no stealth involved.
I didn't get caught.
That's true, because he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Oh, my fucking God.
And Noelle, you went and interrogated the pirates, and you learned some stuff. But
I learned, like, the names of the leaders.
So after that, you all met up and got ready for dinner with the queen and her guests. You made some small talk. Corbin started drinking immediately and got tipsy. Corbin and Fran, you found out that the sleeping bones of Coquin's order are rare dragon bones. Slake, you talked to the elven ambassador from Ilfra, Elmenia, who has a great accent, don't you know? Also, before we get started, I want to explain a new mechanic I'm going to be implementing. To give you guys a sense of consequences, I'm going to implement a, Dragon Age style, and I'm just going to let you know at certain points if a character approves or disapproves.
Oh,
Yes!
yeah, I like it.
And you guys can keep track of this if you want. I will keep track of it, but I won't show you the numbers.
Okay.
Fuck.
So,
Yes.
so now it is dinner time. You, the queen, and all of her other guests make your way into the dining room. As people walk into dinner, they're pairing off. So Mary comes and takes your arm, Slake.
Ooh, is there going to be more soda?
Yes, there is wine being served.
Yeah.
I've got soda.
Yeah, boy.
Fran gives Corbin a strict talk.
Corbin
As
doesn't
you
listen.
walk
Hey, 2-person team meeting.
Huh.
Look in my eyes.
Fran can take Corbin's arm.
I take his arm with, more force than I've ever used in my life.
and it is still so weak.
Corbin barely feels it.
Yeah. And then I say, Corbin, I swear to God,
Hey.
you can't get drunk.
I won't. You should try it.
Do you know how getting drunk works?
No. But
If
you should.
drink. Stop. If you drink lots of that thing that you think is soda, like a dumbass, you will ruin everything.
Hey, you should.
You can't have any more.
You should try some.
Oh my God,
Fran, loosen up.
Corbin,
Fran.
I'm gonna kick you out of the
Come on,
Guardians.
Fran.
Oh.
It's like Mary signs to you. Are you having a good time?
Yeah, this is great. Just interacting with a lot of small, mean people. I'm loving it.
Mary gives you a smile and pats your arm.
I catch Mary's eye and I'm like, tell him.
Well, Mary taps you on the shoulder, Corbin,
Yes.
and then signs, maybe don't drink so much soda.
Well,
It's bad for your teeth.
Mary, you should try some. I brush my teeth every day and night. I'm good. You should try some, Mary.
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
Mary.
That's your god you're talking to, you bastard.
Yeah, and I'm offering her wine like I'm supposed to.
Now you know it's wine.
Mary shakes her head, and you are all shown into the dining room. The dining room, it's another beautiful room. There's beautiful vaulted ceilings and beautiful crystal chandeliers, just like everything in this fucking place. So goddamn beautiful. The walls have large paintings of naval battles and victories, and there's an ornate crest of the two fish and the spear, which is the crest of House Elias. And you are all seated by servants who show you to your places. There's a little place card with your name on it, which once you are seated, each servant takes away the place card. And for the benefit of listeners at home, Fran is seated toward one end of the table, next to Queen Lilia and the ambassador from Ilfra, as well as Princess Magdalena, who you see her place card as you're seated, Fran, so you know who she is. Mary is between Azam, and she sees the place card for a Lord Dirk Helmshire. And Corbin, around you, is the Viscount Nwinian. Coquin is across from you, and next to you is the Marchioness de Cababon. And Slake, you are at the other end of the table, next to Queen Tenevine, Princess Renetta, Lord Agsprat, and... So, keep that in your minds, listener. It's an ornately laid table with big silver... They're not candle holders, but they look sort of like those ornate candle holders, but they're holding, like, lots of fresh fruit and flowers, like big arrangements of fruit and flowers. And as you are seated, the little bell is rung, and a bevy of servants comes out and serves your first course, which is a cold soup, and it is sort of a pinkish color.
Corbin picks up his wine glass and mimes drinking it to you, Slake.
Oh, okay. I look nervously at Corbin, and then I look at Fran.
And I am pulling my finger across my throat. I'm like, you better not fucking do it.
I have the wine glass in my hand, and then I see Fran and I put it down.
Corbin shoots Fran a nasty look. He has to lean back in his chair to do it.
The sort of look that Fran is already giving you by the time you give me a nasty look could wither a less shameless man.
Good.
So as everybody's getting started on their first course, Queen Lilia says to you, Fran, please, our guest, will you regale us of some stories of your heroism? We've all heard reports from Danmar and from the unfortunate events of yesterday, but we'd love to hear it from your own lips.
Oh, okay.
This is exactly what Fran wants.
Fran, why don't you roll a quick old performance check?
Yes.
I think I have negative performance. Such an idiot. Okay, so that's a 7.
All right. Continue with that in mind.
Y'all ever heard of Torva?
Yes, we are all familiar.
Man, I fucking hate that guy. Yeah, I mean, just we travel around, kind of, we poop in the woods. Mary's there, Corbin's there, I'm there, Leica's there. You don't know Leica, but she's so tall. It's probably a lot better than what you do here. Anyway.
Oh, how exciting. And the Princess Magdalena jumps in now, and she says, who's going to the boat races tomorrow? And everybody the conversation moves on without you, Fran.
Yeah, and I just know that I did a bad job.
This is so brutal.
Oh, man, it's rough.
Yep. Now, Slake, down at the other end of the table, Queen Tenevine turns to you with a very similar question. She says, Slake, you mentioned to us this, notion of a heroic destiny. Please, why don't you regale the table with some stories that you have from your heroic days?
Oh, God. Do I roll for this?
Yeah, you're gonna roll a performance check, my friendo.
Okay, well, that's a 15.
Oh, you do pretty good.
Nice.
You do a pretty good job. Continue with that in mind.
Okay. Oh, well, I mean, it's not a huge deal, really, but I've been training for a long time under my god, Johan, who's this giant glittering insect. So I met this beautiful orc woman who told me that I needed to go and find these guardians in these ruins, the Red Fields.
Oh, yes, the Red Fields. Aren't those toxic? What were you doing there? Everybody's all at Twitter.
Yeah, very toxic. Whenever you go out into them, you have to cover your mouth and wear protective goggles, but for me, really not a big deal. So I did what anyone would do, and I traveled on my way and found myself here, where I may have stumbled upon a pirate attack. May have had to take out a few guys with the old picks. And the rest is history.
Tenevine approves.
God.
As does Sylvia and Agsprat. All of them approve. All right. Now, Corbin, it is Nwinian who says to you, he says, now, I was dying to hear about this at Renetta's picnic, but I think we got a bit off topic. I hear you've done quite some heroing. We have so many messenger hawks from Danmar. All of my contacts there were telling me about the fight at the palace. Please, tell us all about it. And you are going to be rolling with disadvantage, Corbin of the Crow Clan.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you could argue that if I'm drunk, it'd be more entertaining.
It might be entertaining, but it might not be good.
Well, that was a 7. And that was a 3.
Oh.
So,
Didn't really matter. You had disadvantage on that one.
Continue with that in mind.
Well, I grab my wine glass, down it,
Oh, boy.
get up on my chair,
Okay.
and I say, "You have no fucking idea!" And then I start describing in gruesome and visceral detail every man I've ever killed.
You get about like 3/4 of the way into your first one when several servants come and pull you back down into your chair, and Mary gives you a very disappointed look.
I'm looking over
How-
like, holy
what-
shit.
And
What about Nwinian? Did he like it or did he not like it?
Nwinian seems to love it,
Okay, cool.
but Coquin disapproves.
Okay, sorry, Coco.
Sylvia disapproves. Dirk disapproves. Magdalena disapproves. Azam disapproves. Renetta disapproves.
Renetta's like all the way on the other end of the table.
Yeah, but he got
to
up.
yell.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He decided to get up and yell.
Fran has sunk her face into her hands.
What?
And she's
Lilia
just like,
disapproves.
oh my god.
And Tenevine disapproves.
God damn it.
Fuck.
Well,
Well,
Corbin claps Nwinian on the back and says, "If you want to hear some more sometime, hit me up."
oh, please tell me, but in a quieter voice.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
So, I mean, Slake is having a very successful conversation at the other end of the table.
doing great.
Slake's doing great. Mary's doing great as well. She's sort of smoothing over the ruffled feathers since she's closest to Corbin. And being like, oh, I'm so sorry. He has never had liquor before. And, he's really had too much before dinner. We haven't had much to eat today, etc., etc. Please tell me about your lands. Tell me about your horses. Tell me about your ships. And she basically just kind of keeps everybody else talking so that Corbin can sit down and be quiet.
I'm sitting next to Magdalena, right?
Yeah, you are.
We haven't talked to her yet.
You
And
sure?
she's the queen's aunt.
It's the queen's aunt, yes.
Okay.
It was her yacht that the previous king and queen died on, and she had actually a stronger claim to the throne than Tenevine.
Okay.
But because Tenevine was the firstborn, it went to her.
All right. Is she like wearing anything cool?
Oh, she's dressed very finely. She's wearing a red dress with, it looks like very stylized spell runes on it. Like the embroidery is all in
Oh.
gold. And it's all these very, very stylized spell runes.
They look like spell runes?
Yeah.
Ooh. I say, hey, cool dress.
Oh, thank you. And Magdalena she adjusts her hair a bit so you can see a bit more of the neckline of the dress where it shows more of the runes. She said, these are based off an ancient text which was found in the Library of Memoirs. Very old and very beautiful. Untranslatable, but absolutely gorgeous. And I'm such a student of history. I simply felt that bringing a bit of the past into our current fashions would be just very chic. I'm glad you appreciate it.
Very chic. Do I recognize? So I know that they're spell runes.
Yeah, they are just gibberish. One of them is you do recognize a spell for making bread rise, and you recognize a spell for cleaning stables. There is a spell to make someone poop their pants.
Nice. That's really interesting. That's from the Hall of Memoirs because I don't know if you're familiar with like magic. I mean, you know magic, right? Anyway, it looks kind of like a version of magical runes.
Oh, truly? Are you a great student of history then?
I'm a student of magic.
If you're a student of magic, then you must be blessed by the gods. Tell me, which of the gods are you sworn to?
I look at Mary, but then I'm kind of like a freewheeling, just like maverick. But it's like under, Talia's sort of purview.
I see. We must speak on this more later. I have great interest in the old magics of the gods.
You want to see a cool magic trick?
Everybody on your side of the table is like, hell yeah. Everyone perks up. Everyone's
This is how
like,
we get the fucking
magic
approval.
trick.
Yeah, buddy.
Magic trick.
So there's like things with food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like make it look like they're like coming to life and like moving, a la Be Our Guest.
Everybody is delighted. I mean, I'm guessing you do this for the whole table.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
they're like dancing around.
You get approval points from everyone.
So to Magdalena, I'm like, we're friends, right? Want to see something else?
Certainly.
I make my hair into a bust of her.
Oh, she claps in delight.
You like water?
I feel very neutrally toward water.
I love water. I just recently acquired a boat.
Wow.
Big pimpin'.
There you go.
Wow.
And as you're saying this, the courses are being switched out, and the soup is now replaced with, it looks like a series of eggs of different colors set into a jelly.
Am I sitting near Egg Splat?
No, you are not.
God.
Fucking damn it.
I mean, you're kind of kitty quarter from him, but
I squish it, and I lean over to Nwinian and I say, look, it's Egg Splat, and then I point at Egg Splat.
oh, Nwinian likes this.
Okay, cool.
Nwinian loves this. So that's great. Oh yeah, you were saying you recently acquired a boat. Is that so? I personally have quite a fleet of yachts and pleasure ships. Tell me all about your boat. How many masts? What is the heading?
Oh, all that. And and also only a minor hole.
Oh, we have the finest shipbuilders here in Madria. I'm sure that it'll be repaired in no time. Is it docked in the royal docks?
I think so. I kind of had to run off, save the city. You know how it goes.
Of course.
I don't know how to fucking ask her if she killed her.
Maybe she'll be at the boat race
It is
tomorrow.
weird that she
Yeah.
would like boats if her brother died on a boat. Like,
Well,
you think,
she liked boats before.
yeah, but like still,
You
you
think
think
you'd
that,
swear off boats.
yeah, you think she'd be like,
Maybe.
fuck boats for good now.
No more boats.
Boats killed my parents.
Don't blame the boats, blame the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking ocean.
So
Batman
true.
rules.
Batman rules.
So, are any of your boats going to be in the boat races?
Oh yes, I have 2 crews in the boat races.
Wow.
One of them I am very proud of. It was built specially in the past couple of years just for speed in a small craft. I hoped to figuratively blow Nwinian's entry out of the water.
Oh, figuratively.
Of course, there are no actual cannons attached to these boats,
Of course.
but the Viscount Nwinian relies far too much on a experienced crew, and he puts no work into his vessels.
Where do you get the crews from?
Oh, they are servants of our households.
Is that, like, safe for the crews?
Oh, well, any sport is only as safe as you make it, and is only as safe as the safeguards in place. And don't worry, we don't race in any rough waters or through any treacherous obstacles. It is purely crew against crew, ship against ship on the open water, and only on a clear day.
Well, I say, I think it's really cool that you like boats so much, because so do I. The ocean has never done me wrong. And I wink.
The ocean is something to be feared and respected.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you've not yet met with any tragedy on the open seas.
Oh, ominous.
Have you?
Well, I guess. This is so impolite.
You seem like the ocean's really burned you.
Yeah, that's what the ocean
You
does.
seem
It
like
really
you've been
burns you.
burned by the ocean.
The hot flame of the ocean truly burned you.
Oh, man.
The scorching rays of the ocean.
I'm just going to say, well, I hope the ocean never strikes you with any tragedy either. Or anything else, I guess. This is weird.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. And with that, the ambassador from Ilfra gracefully changes the subject.
Hey, hi, howdy, partner. Welcome to the show. Well, welcome to the middle of the show, at least. I hope you are well. I hope your crops and gardens are flourishing. How are you? Have you tweeted us a meme lately? Our Twitter is @DragonDames. Please tweet us a meme. Send Kat a meme from me with my signature on it. Or your signature, because I guess it was technically made by you and not me. Anyway. First off, today's episode is brought to us by Archvillain Games. So if you haven't heard already, Archvillain Games is holding a Kickstarter this month for their dope character sheet binders called Gauntlets. So, these are really cool. I can't describe exactly how cool they are. This is a place where audio medium kind of starts to break down because I can't describe. I don't have the way with painting words right now. But basically, it's like a cover and a holder for your character sheet that's customized for the type of D&D character and designed really beautiful and with tons of details. Rather than a binder, I would say each one is literally a cool art piece. They're sculpture-esque almost. For instance, the cleric one looks like it has stained glass on it and is full of religious themes. And the fighter one is a really cool, intricate weapon-based design. Also, they each hold 5 character sheets. They're available painted or unpainted, and they're made of high durability materials. I suggest, even if you're not in the market for this right now, that you go to their website, archvillaingames.com, and just look at them because they're very cool. If you scroll down a little bit, when you go to archvillaingames.com, you can see the video about their Kickstarter and admire the beauty of the artwork. Also, at their website, you can find the link to their Kickstarter, where you can support them and get a gauntlet of your own. Again, that website is archvillaingames.com, or you can search for them on Kickstarter, so be sure to check them out. Okay, update who so far has sent Kat a meme from me to her at our Twitter, which is DragonDames. I'm just checking in. Next, I want to thank our beautiful iTunes humans and aliens. If you are an alien who left an iTunes review, thank you so much. That goes out to Lapina Tapai, Uncle Fred 0077, Yusuf Wolf, J-Boy, all the other names are taken, I think, Sleepy Human, and Duct Tape Jane. I'll be honest, I just read these iTunes reviews just a few minutes ago, and I'm feeling emotions, I would say. I would put it I'm having human feelings. I guess you could put it that way. Basically, you guys are all so nice. We put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and our last dance and our cold breath, all of it, into this podcast. So when you guys give back, it really, really means a lot. Your lovely comments and sentiments really touch my little heart. Speaking of things that touch my heart and are a lot, our Patreon donors. The emotions will now continue to flow. Thank you guys so much. Your generosity and love have kept us afloat, and I know and recognize all your names, and I love each of you individually. So this week, that's thanks to Scarlet Summer, Victoria, to David, to Vivian, to Claire, to a different David, I see. Okay. And then to Brian, to Katie, and to Emily. You have done a service to me. Thank you so much. Last of all, Chantel, I'm about to see you this Sunday, and I'm going to wrap you up in my enormously strong arms and pray to God that you do not kill me for my impertinence. Chantel, the code word is, where's those memes for Kat?
And the sleeper agent is active. Go.
I'm next to Renetta.
You're across from Renetta.
Renetta, Sylvia, Agsprat, and Tenevine. Is there anything I want to ask them? So we're all sitting there.
Having it is on to the third course, which is a chicken in a green creamy sauce.
So, Count Agsprat, are you planning on participating in the boat races at all tomorrow?
I'm afraid I am busy at that time, but my daughter will be attending, I assume, with her lovely wife, and he nods down the table to Tenevine, who raises her glass at him. And she will be directing a gnomish delegation on one of our fastest ships.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, gnomish innovation is the best in the world. You should see the way our ships cut through the water. I'll let you in on a secret here, and he leans in close and he says, most of these others have their ships made by our craftsmen. They just don't want to admit it.
Oh, well, it must be some craftsmanship. I'm excited to see it.
Yes, some might even say that gnomish craftsmanship is truly the beating heart of this kingdom. That our entire economy is based on our people's contributions. Yes, Count Greenspire, Tenevine says from her place down the table. No one can deny that gnomish innovation has truly been a driving engine of our economy. And he raises his glass to her, but he looks a little bit flushed.
Corbin wants to turn to Nwinian and say, what do you make your boats out of, Nwinian? And he winks.
But
that's
the worst pickup line I've ever
It's not a pickup line, it's a genuine question. He's just drunk.
Nwinian says, well, primarily, boats are made of wood, my dear man.
You know what I mean, you goddamn fool.
I am feeling this ship. There's some chemistry here, so to speak.
He laughs and he says, oh, my boats are maintained by an excellent team of my household's finest shipmakers. A diverse team. It is the combination of the two cultures, well, the many cultures in Madria, which really make it a strong and vibrant kingdom.
That's super not racist of you to say. Good job. Corbin toasts him.
He toasts you, but he's very confused. So then after you guys have your chicken course, it is on to it looks like they're a bit hard to identify. It seems to just sort of be some round, meaty things in a dark, creamy sauce.
Corbin goes for it.
Yes, and
Swedish meatballs. They're probably from fucking Ilfra.
and Nwinian says, oh yes, the testicles of lamb are quite delicious.
Oh, Corbin goes for it.
So that's your next course. Is there any other conversations you want to have? Or we have several more courses to dinner. It's an elaborate affair.
Wow.
And y'all are starting to get probably pretty full at this point.
I have not eaten much, I'll be honest.
Corbin's been stuffing it. He does want to talk to Sylvia a little bit.
Okay, what do you want to say to Sylvia?
He wants to say, so what's on the menu, so to speak, for your party tomorrow?
Oh, it'll just be a small gathering of some friends. We'll just be playing cards, having a few drinks, and a bit of charcuterie, you know.
Did you just say cold cuts?
Charcuterie, yes.
Oh my fucking god. Corbin, reaches for her and then pulls back and then, reaches again and then pulls back again and then says, Could I give you a hug?
No.
Okay.
Mary looks at you, Corbin, and she gives you a little bit of a thumbs up for your restraint.
He turns to Nwinian and he says, Nwinian, hold me back.
Nwinian laughs and pats you on the back.
Yeah, that's useless, but okay.
Sylvia, what's her deal again?
The Marchioness de Cababon, her lands were destroyed because the previous king did not send her troops.
And she's connections to Torva.
She's known as being an avid worshipper of Torva.
Yeah.
What are your passions?
Oh, I'm a great patron of the arts, Sylvia says. Painting, drawing, music. Whatever my family's money can go toward to more enrich the culture of Madria, oh, so the better.
That's super cool. What's your favorite kind of art style?
Well, I'm quite fond of the old masters. Truly, some of the greatest work is in our past. But recently, I've hired a very talented mosaic artist to redo all of the floors in my house in beautiful scenes of religious devotion.
That sounds so cool. What kind of scenes?
Well, in my foyer. And now she seems to just be like, you've asked her the right thing. She wants to
Yes.
talk about her home renovations,
Yes.
like anybody who's doing renovations wants to. So she goes into great detail about this. So in my foyer, we'll have Minotines battle with the oceans. And then in my personal sanctuary, we will, of course, have the Torvaic Temple's victory over the heretics of Avadale. It'll be wonderful. You should see the tiles that they have for the Flames of War. They're the most pure ruby I have ever seen. And once they're put together, masterpiece. I hope it is not yet done yet, so I could still call for the firing of my artists.
That sounds absolutely crazy, in a super cool way. Have you heard about what happened at the Temple of Eol?
I have not. Was there some news from the temple?
Yeah, Torva's soldiers basically came and destroyed it. I was kind of there.
That is unfortunate to hear. We shall never know the conflicts of the gods, but only hope that we stay in their graces, and that their conflicts do not reach us.
Well, that conflict definitely reached the people who were staying at the Temple of Eol. Like, tons of people died. It was really bloody. I saw a man get run over by a tank.
Well, as I said, we may not know the minds of gods or why they do what they do.
Well, what about the mortals who are helping them?
Well, I should hope that they follow the directives of their lords. If they wish to go off on their own, then they are heretics and are justly slain.
Okay. This has been a really awesome talk. You seem like such a cool lady. I hope your home renovation goes really great. And then Corbin leans over to Nwinian and says, "You don't worship Torva, right?"
Nwinian shrugs. He's got a mouthful of lamb testicle.
Love this guy.
He shrugs and
He
goes,
was made for you.
he shrugs and he says,
Okay, well, I want you to be more definitively against Torva than that, but that's enough for now.
Renetta is across from me. I wonder if I should try to grill her at all. I
You
guess,
could also, like, try to eavesdrop on her and Tenevine.
Yeah, get a list.
can I try to do that?
yeah, why don't you make a perception check?
7.
7? No, you are in, like, Agsprout is just, he wants to chat with you. He likes you.
Oh.
So, yeah, you every time you try and, like, pause to listen to what Renetta and Tenevine are saying, Agsprat jumps in to be like, have you heard about gnomish craftsmanship?
He just wants me to hear about his shifts.
He wants to talk to you about Banfeld, because, you know, he knows that that's kind of close to those caves of yours and the fields, and he wants to talk to you about, you know, the water wheels there. Have you seen those water wheels? And, like, between all his talk about those fucking water wheels, which are just spectacular, you have to see the water wheels, Slake. They're amazing. You catch a couple, like, snatches of conversation between Tenevine and Renetta.
Mhm.
They are chatting about, sounds like they're talking about Loria, but you don't hear more about what they're talking about.
Do they look, just as far as facial expressions, do they look guarded? Do they look natural at all? I mean, I don't know if I can tell.
They both look carefully blank,
Mm.
but they're talking too quietly for you to hear
Yeah.
over Agsprat talking about those water wheels.
They're great.
Can Corbin distract Eggsplat
You can try.
to help
Oh,
out?
You're gonna, yeah, okay.
Corbin kind of yells only a little bit because he's kitty corner.
Yells.
Just a little bit.
A little bit yelling.
A
And
soft
says
yell.
a soft calling yelp. He says, Eggsprat. Hey, did you hear that Nwinian uses all kinds of racially diverse people to build his boats? Isn't that cool?
Agsprat disapproves.
Yikes.
But does he talk?
He just shoots you a dirty look.
Can I hear any of the actual conversation?
But during this you do hear one snatch of conversation, Slake. You hear Tenevine saying, I don't want to hear any more about this, Renetta. What's done is done. And I'm very happy with my marriage.
Well, shit.
Your lamb testicles have been replaced by a sweet dish of cream and fresh fruit and a cake sort of underneath it.
Corbin goes into it. Sounds delicious. Caitlin also wants to go into it.
I just thought of a great idea.
Okay.
Okay, I know I do want to quick talk to Renetta when I have a chance.
Yeah. Renetta seems to be done with her conversation with her sister now that Tenevine sort of put the kibosh on whatever she was saying.
So Renetta, I heard there's going to be a lot of shipping going on tomorrow. Do you want to tell me about any of your ships?
This is ugly.
Renetta, she smiles a bit and says, I will not have any of my ships participating in the races tomorrow, but I know that Azam has a crew entering on his behalf. I believe he may actually be sailing on the ship himself, which is quite unusual, but I suppose they do things a bit differently in Danmar.
So you're not shipping Azam with anyone?
I believe he'll be accompanied by a crew, yes.
Physically killing.
Shut up. So, what about, say, Loria and Tenevine? Are they, they have any ships in the race?
Tenevine smiles and says, yes, actually, Captain Loria will be captaining my entry into the boat races. She's quite a skilled sailor, although I believe you saw a bit of a demonstration of that as she made her entrance the other day.
I ship it.
There is another conversation that starts up around you, Fran. The ambassador from Ilfra, she says, "Oh, wasn't Lord Andelin supposed to be here today?"
Oh, he's not here, I say.
Queen Lilia looks around a little bit and she says, "Oh, yes, he was invited. Our staff here in the palace is so good. There was not an empty chair for him. But yes, he was supposed to be here. I had thought that he had returned from his trip to Danmar already." The ambassador says, "Oh, I should greatly like to meet him. I hear that he is quite a dashing gentleman." And Azam perks up and he says, "Oh, he is quite the fencer, quite the sportsman." And he points at Nwinian as he says this, "And he is quite good with Nwinian's horses. I dare say he rides them better than Nwinian himself." Oh, yes.
Can Corbin hear this?
Yeah, you do hear that.
Corbin yells across the table and says, "I'd like to see him try and ride me."
There's so many regrettable sentences in this.
Does Nwinian do anything when I say that?
Nwinian laughs.
Yeah, okay, good. That's like an inside joke between us.
And Nwinian's laughter seems to smooth over what everybody else has horrified reactions about what you've said. Azam does say, "Oh, and he's quite the swordsman, isn't he?" And Dirk, who you guys have not really said anything to, but he's been chatting amiably with Mary. Dirk perks up and he says, "Oh, he might be a swordsman, but he can't wield a spear." And then everybody laughs at that. Like, that is some big joke here in Madria.
Oh, I lean over to Magdalena, who is my best friend. I don't get it. What's the joke? The spear?
Well, we are a kingdom devoted to Minotine, the god of spears. Everybody here can wield a spear.
But not Andelin, though.
No, not Andelin. He's from one of the northern duchies, and just
I don't know what a duchy is.
Explain.
It's where a duke or a duchess would rule.
Okay, thanks, Kat, for saying that like I'm a fool for not knowing.
Oh, he's from one of the northern lands. He's a bit rural. Well, his mother and his father, may he rest in peace, poor Lord Andelin. They let him grow up a bit wild. He didn't quite have the formal education many of us here at court do have. But it's that wildness that makes him simply so devastatingly handsome.
So, has anybody gotten to check on him?
Oh, he simply runs off occasionally. No one really knows what he does. He's quite the man of mystery. By this time now, your cake has been cleared. It is replaced by, it looks like clams wrapped in bacon.
Corbin does want to ask Nwinian about Lord Andelin.
Sure.
You know Lord Andelin?
Oh, yes, quite well. He's one of my dearest friends, as much as he's anybody's dearest friends. The old rascal.
So but you're closer to him probably, right, than other people?
Oh, I would say so, yes. He's a bit of a loner.
Is there something that he, like, wears all the time? Like a bracelet or something?
No, not really.
I feel like Lord Andelin is some kind of god.
I mean, I'm feeling the same way. Like, I'm heavily suspicious. But, like, I'm trying to get some, like, solid
Did he seem like he was Torva's child?
supernatural activity. Did he ever do anything, like, super weird? Like, did it seem like he could, like, just, like, make things happen?
Oh no, he's very charming, but he has none of the magics that your group has.
That's what you think. Okay. Hey, how long have you known him?
A couple of years now, but on and off. He doesn't spend that much time at court.
Nuini, in your professional opinion, how hot is he actually?
Oh, he is. Now, I will say this: he is my rival.
Okay. So, like, you're in love with him?
No. I wouldn't say that, but
Okay, Nuinian. All right, good talk.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Queen Lilia and Almenia. I think they're the last people I'm near who I haven't spoken to.
So, Your Highness, I met your dad.
oh, I hope he wasn't too rough. He has a very distinct personality, my father.
He seems very passionate about politics.
That he is. Sometimes a bit too much for his own good. I hope he did not say anything too bad.
I mean, he just seems like he really likes gnomes.
Yes, my father is a strong proponent of, well, he's a bit of a separatist, but considering my position now, I'm hoping that he reconsiders his position.
So, excuse me for asking. I'm sure you're very in love, but do you think that your marriage to Tenevine has helped people see the union of your kingdoms differently?
Well, that is our hope, Lilia says, and she puts down one of her many forks as she says this. We hope that our union is a beacon to our people of unification and that we can all, despite our differences, live as one kingdom. But it has only been a few weeks, so we'll see how that plays out.
Whoa, newlyweds!
Yes, we actually only recently returned from our honeymoon journey.
Oh, how was that?
It was lovely, thank you.
Where'd you go?
We went on a sailing voyage around several of the islands.
You guys love fucking boats, man.
Sea trade is one of the largest contributors to the Madrian economy.
Okay. Now the ambassador.
So, Almenia, like I saw her talking to Slake earlier, right?
Yeah.
What brings you to this fine city?
Oh, well, just maintaining the diplomatic relations between our kingdoms. You know, us up in the north in Ilfra, we don't get to see much of our southern neighbors that often, so we send out delegations just to keep everyone connected on our continent.
You have a lovely accent.
Oh, thank you. Everybody I know who's ever moved away from Ilfra seems to drop their accent so quickly, so I take great pride in my accent. You should meet some of those professors over at the university. They leave Ilfra and suddenly they're talking like Madrians.
Oh, I know a couple of people from Ilfra. Shaw?
Oh, yes, Professor Shaw. Yes, he's a bit of an odd duck. He's distant cousins to one of the other, my companion from Ilfra.
Oh, you have a companion.
Well, maybe companion's a bit too strong of a word, but
an enemy.
That's also a bit too strong of a word. He's quite a fine gentleman, but he doesn't have an official part in my delegation, you know?
I heard that he, has the hots for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yes, unfortunately, he has a bit of a misplaced affection for me, but I'm hoping some time away from the Ilfran courts will help him broaden his horizons and really get a better perspective on the world at large, you know?
I guess. I mean, that's a pretty well-adjusted way to talk about somebody who, stalked you into another country. But...
Well, his family has a very important trade relations with my family, so...
Gross.
Yes, Lord Maldrick's family is, what's the Madrian phrase for it? A nouveau riche, I think.
A gesundheit.
You're so funny. these clams sure are interesting, aren't they?
I bet you'd probably like them better if they were like put in a dish and baked for a while.
Oh, yes, you have Ilfrin cooking, huh?
I think I heard something about it.
Oh, yes, we're quite famous for our hot dishes.
Yeah. I was wondering, we kind of, came here to save the city, as you do, and I was wondering if you've heard anything weird about what happened.
Oh, nothing for dinner's ears, you honored guest.
Ooh.
I mean, that makes sense. But maybe we can talk later, because I'm kind of like a cop.
Oh, certainly. I'd love to have a conversation over maybe tea.
Oh, I've had a lot of pretty traumatizing tea, but I'll have water. And I will prepare you some tea. I'll have Dodson Goodson prepare you some tea.
Corbin,
Oh, and I'll have my servants bring up some of our best shortbreads.
Corbin gets to set an idea in his head to make some tea. for
All
everybody.
right.
At dinner?
Just in general.
All right. Can we just do that after dinner?
If you'd like, yeah. So you can...
I love nighttime tea only. I only drink tea at night, so it's now or never.
Oh, well then. Well, come up to your rooms after dinner then, huh?
Oh, perfect.
All right, so the dinner proceeds. There's another 2 courses, and then everybody heads off. Queen Tenevine and Queen Lilia first stand, and they give everybody a farewell and nod to everyone, and then they both walk out hand in hand. And then everybody pairs off as they're leaving, so it's based on who you're sitting across from. So Fran, you and the Ilfrin ambassador are linked arms, Azam with Magdalena. Mary is actually kind of the odd person out because her dinner mate was supposed to be Lord Andelin, but Andelin's not there, so she just clasps her hands in front of her as each person, takes the person across from them by the arm, and everybody proceeds out of the dining room. And then everyone just sort of disperses in the hallway.
I don't disperse from my friend, the ambassador.
Yeah.
Corbin just
Almenia.
lingers.
You just linger?
Yeah.
So you guys all group back up.
Yeah. Corbin, you did it, buddy.
Mary-
I mean, you did yell and scream that one time.
Yeah, that was really cool when you got on the table.
Thank you. Yes. Everyone really liked that, huh?
No.
Mary signs, "You didn't completely fail. I'm so proud."
That's really rude, Mary, but thank you.
Mary signs back. Well, so is standing on the table.
Well, I stood on my chair, Mary. I had 1 foot on the table.
Everyone, this is my best friend, Almenia. And
Ambassador Almenia to the Court of Ilfra. Pleased to meet y'all.
Yeah, it was really great to meet you earlier.
she is going to come and talk to us about some stuff.
Oh, yeah. Please lead the way to your rooms.
We're going to have, I look at Corbin, unspecified beverages.
Soda!
Oh,
Hey, can you guys make a perception check?
yeah.
I got 22.
11.
Okay.
I got 17.
Fran and Slake, you both catch some movement at the end of the hall. Just out of the corner of your eye, you see a little bit of movement. Like maybe someone moving around the corner.
And I go over there really fast and quick.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll be like, be right back, and follow Fran.
That's cool, I'll stay here.
You see just somebody going around another corner as you get that far.
I'm going to keep following.
I want you make a,
Fuck.
Dexterity check?
Fuck.
And I got a 2.
Okay.
All right, I got a 17.
Okay, you, as Fran's little legs giving him out from the brief physical exertion of running
Oh my god.
for about 10 feet.
What the fuck?
It's like you run on past her, and you see a man dressed in black standing at one of the windows. And he looks back at you, and he is, without a doubt, the most handsome man you have ever seen. He has jet black hair and bronze skin, and he gives you a bit of a crooked grin, and he says, "Don't tell him you saw me." And then he points out the window and vanishes in black smoke.
Intern! Did you get him?
Well, there was someone here, but, he pointed and then he wasn't here.
How hot was he?
Very a lot.
Oh my god. The fuck is he doing here?
Wait,
Oh. I lean against the wall, slide down the floor.
do you know that guy?
Yeah, we're acquainted. Oh my god, my legs are burning.
Did something happen? Did you fall?
We just ran like 5 miles anyway. I gotta tell friggin' Mary about this shit. What did he say?
Well, all he said was, don't tell them you saw me.
Oh, well, good job not listening to him. He deserves to be betrayed. That's like his whole deal. And I pat you on the shoulder.
I smile real big.
Good work, intern. You're clearly like a just unbelievable athlete.
Well, I mean, it was only a couple feet, but thank you.
Fran is gone. Just she can't hear suddenly. She doesn't know. Yeah, we go back, and I'm not gonna tell them right away because we're in front of what's her name.
Yeah. Albania.
Yeah.
Albania.
So let's go back up to our rooms. I'm gonna ask Dodson Goodson for some tea.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna watch where he goes when he's done giving me the tea.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make sure he's not fucking spying on me.
As soon as is Corbin around when you ask him for the tea?
Yeah, I would assume.
Corbin says, "Hey, I can make some tea."
No, you
hey,
can't.
Hey, Dudson, let me help you with the tea.
Oh, no, honored guest. Please have a seat. I will send for tea.
Really good.
He is already walking
God
away.
Damn it.
He has walked into the secret passage behind the tapestry in the hallway that the servants use. And he's gone.
Okay.
You know how to make tea?
Investigate that later.
Yeah, I make really good tea. Do you want some?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love that.
All right. When Dodson gets back, I'll use a cup.
I can't wait.
All right. So, Almenia, when you said that whatever's going on in this city isn't polite dinner conversation, what did you mean?
Oh, well. Now, I'm sure you hear this all the time here in the court, and it's a real bit of a phrase here, but you didn't hear it from me. You see, Queen Tenevine, her marriage with Queen Lilia, highly contested. Not that many people were looking forward to that marriage. But I think it was a real smart political move because it keeps the separatists of the Gnomish separatists from, working too hard against them since their own queen is now sitting on the throne. I think it's a real good move for unity, but there are the detractors, people who realize that no heir's going to come out of that marriage, huh? So who's going to be the next successor? Is it going to be Magdalena? She's getting on in years, well, I suppose for a human. How old do humans get? I sort of forget that sometimes.
I don't know.
Like 100.
Oh, well, then I suppose she has some time left. She's not that old. But they might adopt a ward, but then there's no blood claim. So once Tenevine's off the throne, then things are going to get pretty messy around here,
What about Renetta?
Oh, Renetta's being married off to Azam, so she will be out of the running here for,
Why isn't Azam being married off to her? Why do they automatically go to Danmar?
Well, because Azam is the crown prince of Danmar. And she's the queen's sister.
But still, I've met the king of Danmar. He has plenty of juice left. They can have another kid.
But a servant brings you guys some tea and some cookies. It is not Dodson, by the way.
Where the fuck is Dodson? He's
Where's
spying
Dodson?
on us. So, would you say that that's like the main political situation right now? Like, what do you think someone would have to gain by attacking the city?
Oh, well, Madria is just the richest kingdom in the lands. If you disrupt trade to Madria, you're going to disrupt all the economies of Ilfra, of Danmar, and all of our lesser kingdoms. Pretty much all trade goes through Madria. That's why I'm here. It's a very important kingdom.
So if Torva wanted to, fuck everything up, he'd hit Madria.
Yeah.
And then everybody else would be like in a weakened state.
But for somebody who lives here and is rich here and benefits from those trade routes, what would the benefit be for them?
I suppose if they can show that the Madrian royalty is weak, they could maybe make a claim on the throne, or they could disrupt the entire Olias claim to the throne if they had a stronger one. Maybe one of the lesser noble families could make a grab for it if they could muster their own private security to keep the city safe, which many of these nobles have their own house security, own their own armies.
Well, if you see anything suspicious, Miss Almenia, please let us know. If that guy gives you trouble, also please let us know, because I don't like the sound of him.
Well, don't you worry, I know how to take care of myself, but you have some real nice folks here, alright? If anyone gives you trouble, let me know. I got some ties in various places in the court, and I might be able to leverage them for you.
Oh.
Just so y'all know.
Adorable.
Almenia approves.
Yes!
Oh, I love her.
She's great.
She's ill for nice.
She sure is.
I shake her hand.
She shakes your hand back. Right? You guys have a good handshake, and then she leaves for the night, having not tasted the Crow Clan's tea.
So fucking
She's safe.
sad.
The intern saw Phelan. I'd blurt immediately as soon as the door closes.
Wait, who's Phelan?
What?
Mary also signs what?
He told them not to tell us about him, but
That makes sense. I mean,
Mary signs. Good job, Slake.
You did it. You did it, intern.
Thanks.
Okay. Corbin looks down,
Mm.
and then he looks up.
Mm.
Then Corbin looks down again. Then Corbin looks to the side. Corbin looks at Fran. Corbin looks at Mary. Corbin looks at Slake.
Corbin does some looking.
Corbin looks around. Corbin says, "Hey, you guys. Would you say that, like, Phelan's, like, probably, like, the most attractive guy you've ever seen in your life?"
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And you,
No contest.
you know how, like, everybody's like, Lord Andolin is, like, the hottest guy they've ever seen? But he's, like, never around? I just thought of it, like...
Okay, but who is Phelan?
Oh, he's the son of Torva, but he's like our friend.
He's
kind
like
of.
he's like our frenemy.
Mary signs. He's my brother.
Yeah, he's Mary's brother. Also,
Yeah.
Fran thinks he's hot. I mean, obviously.
It's an objective fact.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is, but like,
Stop
I'm
trying
just
to
saying.
tease me about it.
Just saying, like, Fran definitely thinks he's
Oh,
hot.
Fran thinks water is wet. What an idiot. Thanks for nothing, Corbin.
I'm just saying.
That was very straightforward and not at all confusing. I understand completely.
He's a god.
He was like a demigod.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's Torva's son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary also signs. Torva's also my dad.
Shit.
It's complicated.
Anyway, I love this theory, and I think you're right.
Yeah. Because, like, you know.
You wore his clothes.
Ooh! Indirect kiss.
Indirect body touch.
Oh my god, I fucked up his whole room too, and I left him that stupid note. I hope he got it. God damn it. Is there an animal nearby? Like like a bird, anything?
Actually, not super much because you are actually in a cave.
I want to send for just
Can't
a
you
small.
create one?
I can't make. Oh,
Yeah, you can.
yeah, okay. I'm gonna conjure a small bird, and then I'm gonna use Animal Messenger, and I say, "You guys, let's send this asshole a message. What do we want to say?"
Oh. We know who you are, and we...
It can only be 25 words.
Oh. We know who you are. You jackass.
You fucking coward.
You fucking coward.
Okay, that's 10. We have 15 left.
Just talk to us. Don't be coy.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Anything else? Love
Love the Guardians.
the Guardians. Perfect. I say that in my tone of voice, and I tell the animal messenger to go send it to Phelan.
All right. Off it goes.
Okay.
So, if I see this guy again, like, is he dangerous? What should I do?
He's very dangerous.
Yeah, but I mean, like, unless he attacks you, like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of a pushover, to be honest.
Just, like, tell him that you know us.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, oh, that's cool.
All
And
right.
then tell him he should cut off his fucking arm and that he's a coward.
Yeah, like, tell him to cut off his arm, honestly. Why don't we put that in the message?
Fucking we're dumb.
God damn it.
Okay, I'm just gonna write a note down.
So, now it is nighttime. You all change into your fancy silken bedclothes and get ready for bed, thinking back on a day full of intrigue and mystery. And your messenger bird flies off in search of Phelan.
Hey guys, I want to let you know one more time about Archvillain Games. Archvillain Games is having a Kickstarter from October 1st to 30th. So it's kind of winding down now. And actually, they have achieved their Kickstarter and they're doing stretch goals now, I believe. So that's really, really cool. And there's a reason why they achieved their Kickstarter. It's because their product is awesome. They're selling character sheet gauntlets, which are kind of like binders for your character sheet when you're playing D&D. They have a patent pending design, which kind of has like a cover where you can see some stats, and then when you open it, you can see everything. There is figurine level detail. As I said in the middle of this episode, literally they're very cool, so please look at them. They make your character sheet the most beautiful thing at the table, which is very desirable. They have detailed covers for fighter, rogue, cleric, and wizard. They each hold 5 character sheets. They're available painted or unpainted, made of high durability plastic, and you can buy paint kit add-ons from Army Painter. To get one of these character sheet gauntlets, or just to check them out, go to archvillaingames.com or search for Archvillain Games on Kickstarter and get your Archvillain gauntlet today.